How's it going, everybody? It is Sam with BFPGear.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Shocker ERA. This is a release that I'm really excited for because I've always been a fan of the Shocker platform ever since I was a little kid. So I can't wait to crack this thing open and take a peek. But before we do that, let's go grab a tech mat. Okay, so here we have the Shocker ERA packaging. Doesn't seem like there is so much like those little tags that are kind of hanging loose off of the handle or anything now. They actually have it like taped onto the bottom here, which is a really cool little touch. So I'm a big fan of that because sometimes those little serial card, I guess, tags or whatever would fall off. But this case looks exactly the same as the Shocker amp, but let's go ahead and crack it open and we'll work our way down. So opening up here, still keeping that Freak XL barrel, but it looks like we're getting the new version 2. That's going to be that all-American spiral porting, traditional Shocker look. And then, of course, the new barrel back and then a new insert. So these used to be like a 689 insert. Now it looks like it's they're all down by 0.001. Threads very easily together. Ooh, no squeakiness, no craziness going on there, so that's good. Set that to the side for a little bit. Comes with a nice full set of Allen keys, which is really sweet. Of course, those two little sleeves there. This looks like a little, let's see if I can push it out there. Yeah, we got a little thing of lubricant, and then I believe this is like a spare parts kit. So looks like not a lot's changed in the packaging, at least on that top part there, but it's nice that you get like the extras and the spares. And honestly, this is my favorite thing though. Full set of Allens with those ball ends at the bottom there. Makes it really easy for getting some leverage or, trying to unscrew something at a different angle. But gun itself here, little quick start guide. And then you got your barrel sock, but the gun itself, this is where we want to be. So let's move the package and let's look at this thing. And yeah, first glance here, there's a lot more texture involved, it looks like here. Eye covers have like those, cuts in the lines, or sorry, the cuts in the lining, the milling here. Same thing with this like foregrip in the front end of the gun. Initially, right off the bat, I feel this like stippled kind of grip here. This feels way better in the hands. I normally play in gloves, so I wouldn't notice this, but just holding it with my bare hands, this feels really good. Very, very tactile, it's got good grip. And then they beefed up that foregrip too, which is really nice. And it's like flush here with this, with like the milling on the actual regulator itself. So this is a lot harder to take off, which is a good and bad thing. So if you like that whole metal feeling, this will be a little bit harder to pop off, but I guess with the amp, the foregrip would slide around a bunch. That's going to help prevent that, which is really sweet. One thing I noticed off the bat too is the milling on this gun is very simple. Nothing crazy going on. Kind of is reminiscent of like the old Shocker NXTs and SFTs, just with how the milling of the logos in the back there, which is really cool. So I like that. That's a cool little throwback. And then the trigger feels really good. It's not as stiff as like some of the magnet tension from the Shocker amp, especially that little top screw there to adjust that tension. It feels really good. Like that's pretty easy to walk actually. I really like that already. And then the eye covers, like these are really, really flush with the body there. Like you can't really see anything poke out, which is also just a cool little touch. Looks like the board's gonna be about the same here. Yeah, you still got that LED display. Tells you everything you need to know, which is awesome. And it's very, very easy to operate. Power that off. Then it looks like they slimmed down this knob here too to get the air on and off. And then the big thing that everyone's been talking about is the bolt. Back cap looks a little smaller, nice and flat too. Still does the same thing where you have to twist it. You can see that it just turns and it just pops right out. Oh, it's a little stiff. There we go. All right, so looks like they changed it up just a little bit here, but big noticeable difference is the front here. It's got this little post, and that's going to help prevent the paintball from sitting inside of the breech, moving, you know, around freely, because of this being this open-ended bolt. The ball could move back into the bolt and then be further away from like the ball detents in here, and then the next ball in your ball stack is trying to maybe push its way through or something like that. And I guess this handles paint a lot better because of that, because it sets the ball in front of it, which means there's less, you know, movement of that ball moving around, which means that the ball sitting forward, this bolt's going to slap the ball, like make more, I guess, impact and contact with it, and that's going to cause some barrel breaks or something like that, especially if the ball has like some cracks in it, that kind of thing. So it handles paint better. I'll just pop this off because, yeah, you can just tell it's pretty much the same, almost the same kind of like bolt guide here, but they added that piece, which is, if that's going to help with the paint handling, that's already big. And it looks like the bolt is slightly longer as well. I'm not really 100% sure what that's going to do, but I mean, you're looking at the core here and it's almost exactly the same as the amp, so I wouldn't expect a massive performance difference. It just seems like this is better for paint handling. Still using that traditional, you know, O-ring here, and then you got your bumper there. Everything just moves back into place pretty easily. But that's the big difference, I think, that everyone was kind of looking for and was a little excited about, was the way this one's going to handle paint. So, but the efficiency should be about the same, which the amp gets impressive efficiency, so I would expect nothing less from the Shocker ERA. But this thing looks really good. It feels really good in the hands. Last thing to do is let's put some paint through it and see how it shoots, see how it feels. Wow, okay. Shocker ERA shoots really, really good just right out of the box. Definitely pretty smooth. It doesn't have like a whole lot of bounce or kick. It shoots good. It feels really good in the hand too. Let me put just a little bit more. Yeah, that feels really, really sweet. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. I mean, you get a 3-piece barrel. It feels really, really good in the hands. It shoots good, sounds good. Just everything about this checks every box that I want to see, especially with the new paintball gun. And if you're interested in picking up a Shocker ERA, you can do so right now on BFPGear.com.